Greetings YouTube, and welcome to the last one of these videos I maybe will ever do until I get to, like, I don't know, maybe 1.5. But basically, I feel like once you hit a $1 million, and by $1 million, God, thank God I haven't spent $1 million on this. This is one of those times where I think to myself, you know, I could restart this video, but it's kind of funny to laugh at a weird thing that I would say to start. Might make you feel better about yourself. So I'm just gonna keep going. Once you hit 1 million progression rating, I don't really know why you would talk about something past that. It's kind of like bragging about your birthday in the United States, at least after the age of 21. Like 22, 23, you're basically just celebrating the anniversary of your 21st birthday, and there's really not much to look forward to besides, death and taxes. So, with that being said, you're staring at what got me to 1 million rating. Well, obviously my 6-star Corvus as well, but when I didn't get a 6-star Red Hulk, which at the time Red Hulk and Massacre were two of my top choices to pull as a 6-star because, of course, the amazing Domino synergy, I decided to rank up from rank 1 to rank 3 my 5-star Red Hulk, who somehow still is not awakened, even though he has been on my roster now for almost a year. But yeah, I moved him from rank 1 to rank 3 to complete the ability for me to get 25 free units in the level up event. Little fun fact, you actually don't get many points in that event from maxing out a 6-star to level 25. So if you ever get a 6-star and you're like, I should wait to rank this person up until the event, especially if you're possibly needing arena points, just do it automatically. The level up event's really not going to help that much. You'll get, like, I don't know, 13,000 points or something, which is really, really lower than it should be. I don't know why Kabam factored that in like it did. But regardless, just to show you that I'm not lying, we are staring at 1,579,000 total base hero rating. And I think what I'm most proud of with my rating is that I do have a full-time job, and this game is a hobby. Now, it's a very serious hobby now that I have a YouTube channel that features Marvel Contest of Champions content, of which I have made now over 1,300 videos in a year and a half. I thought I would be burnt out by now, but I'm actually not. I think part of that's because about 90% of the community is so supportive that I keep wanting to make videos, and then the other 10%, it's the internet. You got to expect it. But anyhow, 1 million rating. Yeah, 1 million rating, and if I scroll down, this is what the top 4 champs look like. 565 Blade, 565 Void, 565 Stark Spidey, and 565 Hyperion. Surprisingly, the one that I often enjoy playing the most has the least prestige, and that is Mr. Hyperion. But yeah, I really am proud of the fact that I don't do this as a full-time job. Now, if you can pull it off, more power to you, but I never definitely couldn't. So I do this in my spare time. Now, it helps that I am not married, that I don't have any kids, that my job when I teach is flexible, and that sometimes I'll have breaks during the afternoon and certainly in the evening, that people who work night shifts, or maybe you work and you can't be on your phone. You have to put your phone away. I hear from people all the time. I went out to dinner the other night with a subscriber in Kansas City, and he was telling me about how, as a truck driver, you gotta drive across the country. You can't just pull over and grind in the arena. And so, you got to make choices when you have jobs that can't allow you to multitask on your phone, except for, I guess, maybe auto fight, though even that, can get you to crash your car. So I've built this as a working professional that does this game as my top hobby, and I had probably the worst first year I can think of for anyone that plays this game. I was beyond a clueless idiot. I didn't know what a linked node was. I didn't know what Alliance Quest or Alliance War really were. I wasn't in an alliance for like the first 6 months. I don't even know why I joined. I think it was because I got like an inbox message, because after a while, if you play without an alliance, the game will literally notify you like, hey, you should join an alliance. You should join an alliance. And finally, I'm like, fine, I just want this dumb notification to stop popping up. I'll join an alliance just to make you happy. Deadpool image that's popping up. And then I ended up having people who are like, wow, you really have no idea what you're doing. How long have you been playing? 6 months? A year? And you still don't know anything? What? And you call yourself a professor? I'm sure there are people who thought I was lying about my job, and who can blame them with the lack of knowledge that I had for such a amount of time as playing this game. But anyhow, Red Hulk got me there, and I kind of just wanted to use this opportunity to give some tips to people out there who, of course, are still looking to eventually get to this point. I have been playing now for over 3 years, and that's certainly part of it. But besides that, I think there are just some basic tips that I kind of wish I had known, and some of them I've covered in past videos, but maybe you're new to my channel and you didn't see those past videos. So when we look at my overall roster, we will see a healthy amount of luck when it comes to 6 stars. I am I have survivor's guilt with my 6-star roster. I never expected to have Corvus or Domino, or for that matter, even Iron Man Infinity War. My first 3 6 stars were Drax, Storm, and Deadpool X-Force, which made it, one of the worst 6-star rosters of all time. And so I was just kind of figuring it would always be one of the worst 6-star rosters of all time. And then Kabam blessed me with luck, and then even more luck, and here we are. But most of my progression has not been through spending. I really have spent about 65 to 70% of my in-game purchases have been, at least in the unit store, thanks to swag bucks. But besides that, the rest, of course, is from units that I get by grinding my life away in the arena. And that's really where so many of my good 4-star pulls, I don't even know if I still have pulled a 4-star blade in my life, besides the one that I got in the 4-star basic from grinding my life away, as I did for X-23 and Iceman and Archangel and Stark Spidey. It's crazy how many champs I've got from the 4-star basic. So the 4-star basic arena is one of the best resources, and as people continue to flock more to the 4-star featured, and especially the 5-star featured, the 4-star basic often has a pretty reasonable cutoff to get the champion. And unlike the 5-star featured arena that is based solely off of a cutoff point, the 4-star basic arena is based off of a percentage. So the more people that get into the pool, actually, in theory, the lower the score can be. So the 4-star basic is a fantastic resource if you need a specific 4-star champion. The older the champion, the less people are going for them, and those scores have gone down way more. It used to be like 8 million to get that. I grinded 8 million once. It was a terrible waste of 3 days, but I got the champion, so I guess I should be proud. But yeah, I have a crazy amount of ranked up 4 stars. I've covered this in past videos, but to reiterate, you want to rank up as many 4 stars as possible, especially for the arena, and rank them up in terms of arena teams. There are so many teams that I have that I use my rank 5 4 stars with, and then even my 440s as well. One of my favorite teams, something like Electro and Venom and, Spider-Man. Great arena team, especially when you're looking to try to extend your infinite streak. Now, I would be remiss to say that one of my favorite things that I've done is continue to rank up every single 3-star I have to max. The best use of your time is the 3-star featured arena. If you use the 3-star boost, the arena boost that you get for clearing a number of content easily, they will give you the same amount of points in that 3-star arena as many like rank 3 or rank 4 4-stars would give you. Only the milestones are so much easier to get, and you only have to get 640,000 points in the 3-star arena to max the milestones. So if you're just completing those milestones, you're practicing against opponents, so you're getting used to dodging and timing specials, and that's really where I practiced parrying and dexterity. That's another word that makes no sense that probably shouldn't be in here, but we're going to move on. Speaking of ranking up champs that you might not think are valuable, but they're extremely valuable, I also love me some 2-star arena, and of course these came in handy big time when the road to the 5-star crystal came in last year and this year with all those points. And you really want to save most of your rank ups for the rank up event. And then one of the mistakes I made was I would always get the max points for that. I really think the smart thing to do is to rank up your team, your summoners, your players, just to the 25 unit cutoff, and then save it for the next one, because you're eventually going to run out of champs someday to do that. And speaking of hoarding, I also want to say to anyone who does not do this, when you are done completing all of the monthly content and you have leftover energy and you don't know what to do with it, grind every Tier 2 Catalyst Arena. It is the best use of your time and energy to make sure that all of those are at max, so when you have a chance to get those 25 free units and leveling up events, you can easily not worry about running out of Tier 2. And the same goes for Tier 1, right? Tier 1 and Tier 2 Catalyst you're going to need for your 2 stars, you're going to need for your 3 stars. And you're even going to need, 3 Tier 2 Catalysts to rank up your 4-star past rank 1. And nothing's worse than getting that 4-star champion that's going to change your account. Maybe it's a Blade, right? Maybe it's a Stark Spy, maybe it's a Domino. And you go to your Mutant Catalyst only to realize I have 1 or I have 2. Well, stockpile them. To this day, even after that 1,000,000 rating, I still max out every Tier 1 and Tier 2 Catalyst as much as possible. And then, of course, be very careful who you rank up, because even though resources have become more plentiful, you're still going to have a hard time knowing what to do with a Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst, which is why I've been patiently waiting to figure out what I'm going to do for my next rank 4. Chances are it will probably be Symbiote Supreme, but I'm not 100% sure on that just yet. So, I just want to end this video by saying thank you so much to everybody who has supported my channel throughout this past year and a half. When I started, my rating was like, I don't know, a couple 100,000. And now, once again, it's 1,000,000. And I am proud of that. And I never know, because of how much time I spent, especially in the arena, if I should be proud or if I should be kind of ashamed, or a combination of both. Probably a combination of both. But as I continue to try to grow and improve as a content creator to serve the community in the best way that I can, because that's what you deserve and nothing less, I always like to say that if I can do it, anybody can do it. So, as always, thanks for watching and supporting my channel. It's a very exciting milestone, and I probably won't do one of these base hero rating videos again, because once you hit the 1,000,000, it's like the 21st birthday. It's just downhill from here.